Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. And every Saturday morning, we get together and we share the joys of living in Mexico. How you like my new crib? Is the crib good? Is the audio good? Can you hear me? Got a new mic set up so I don't have the big headphone all around my neck and everything. So, but all is good in Mexico. Got up this morning around 6:30. It was 45 degrees. Going to be a high of about 70 degrees today. Partly cloudy here, but no humidity. We're getting ready for the warm weather to come back. Woo-hoo! And welcome everybody for showing up this beautiful Saturday morning. Another day to be happy to be alive. We got Alana in the house. David is in the house. Luna in the house. Looking good, girl. You are one of my faves. I'm glad I caught you live. Yeah, and with this new, girl. Ooh, yeah, when you come down, we got to go to breakfast. Excuse me. With this new mic setup, if please let me know if my audio is okay. I was on the road most of this week. Went to three large cities. I was very surprised. I've got lots of video clips to share with you this morning on these fabulous places that you might want to visit yourself. Mexico is wonderful. It's generally very peaceful. Had some really interesting travel experiences this week. 3 big cities, each one with over 1 million people. I didn't know these cities were so big. Ate some great food, got some great stories to tell. If you're new here, I always have video clips to share, but you can interrupt me at any time and ask me anything that you want about living in Mexico. I've been down here for about in February, I've been here for 20 years. So let's see what's going. Luna, ha ha ha! You're flying in today. Ooh, girl. Yeah, girl. Yeah, let's get together for breakfast in El Centro. This week is fairly open. Friday is always good. Let me know if that works out for you. Sammy, we got Sammy in the house. Hola, mi amigos. This is my neighbor, Sammy. She shows up every Saturday. She lives here in Morelia, but she's a world traveler. Sometimes she's in, you never know what city she's going to be in. And my other neighbor here in Morelia did an interview with David and his beautiful wife, Maria. They live about a 10, 15-minute drive away. Always great to see them. Happy Saturday. Hey, Bill, it will be in the 90s before you know it. Thank God, because you can see I got on a hoodie. I got on a sweater under the hoodie, and then I got on this down vest, and I got on like 3 or 4 or 5 pairs of socks to stay warm because they don't have heating in Mexico. Yes. Steve in Kansas City. Hola, Memo. So glad to see you today. And Steve in Kansas City. Yeah, always happy to see you, my man. Yes. Woo! Happy anniversary to you, Bill Dallas Lewis. Yes, next month in February, I came down here 21 years ago in February. I forget what year it was, but it seems like yesterday. All is good. Let's talk about the peso a little bit. The value of the peso is skyrocketing. Let's take a peek and see what it looked like. Here it is. That's the graph for the last 30 days. And you can see that that bad boy has just getting higher and higher and higher every day. Now, when I moved into this apartment about 18 months ago, my rent was $420 a month. As of this morning, my rent is $505 a month. And I'm so glad that when I was looking for an apartment, I said, hey, I just want to pay less than $500 a month. This is a year and a half ago. But if I had been paying $1,000 a month, now my rent would be like $1,200, $300 a month. But the peso's going up, up, up. This happened to me when I was living in Mazatlan, and my rent went from $650 a month to $875 a month. So when you make apartment deals, think about your budget and think about what's going to happen if the value of the peso goes up. But the peso is very strong right now. But I think it's not so much that the value of the peso is up. It's we got knucklehead Donald Trump ruining the economy in the United States. So I think that the value of the dollar has just gone down. But hopefully we'll get rid of Donald Trump very soon, and then we'll get back to a good U.S. economy and a stronger dollar. And my Buckeye friend in Ohio, hola, mi fellow Buckeye. David, hey, Bill, they sell electric space heaters pretty cheap here. Yeah, Dave, but the thing is, that just ups my electricity bill. So I'm totally comfortable. I throw on 4 or 5 hoodies and 4 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of sweatpants. I'm good. And by the middle of the day, I take all that off and I just walk around this beautiful crib naked. Yeah, I stand out in the front window and just naked, just having a good time. People are asking to come into my crib. Buenos dias from Rehoboth, Delaware. Senor Mexico, always great to see you here. We got John in the house. What happens with the retirement visa going to $4,000, and that must be $4,000 per month? Yeah, it's expensive. I don't see how people do it personally. It's expensive to get your residency down here. You got to have a lot of money in the bank. You have to prove a very high monthly income depending on which visa you're going for and which consulate you visit in the United States. But yeah, the retirement visa is expensive down here. And my friend John Gray, just met with him for breakfast about 2 weeks ago. It may seem cool here to you, but freezing, cloudy Idaho makes this seem like Florida to me. And that, John Gray, is totally true. I'm good with this. I have on some extra clothing, but hey, I'm from Ohio, lived in New Hampshire for 4 years. I know these people do not know what cold is at all. Stephen Hunter, good morning, Coach. Mexico City bound due to Bill's recommendations. Right on, Stephen Hunter. So does that mean you're not coming to Morelia? Alana, better to get the retirement visa while you are still working, but close to requirement so that you can afford it. Yeah, good tip. Very good tip. Yeah, make sure you have that money coming in on your financial spreadsheet so that you can be almost broke and get your visa. Once you get the visa one time, then I'm looking back and they usually don't ask for more information. In my travels this week, I was in about 6 different bus stations. I mean, I spent about 20 hours on the bus this week, and I took my favorite bus line, Primera Plus. I'm gonna give you a tip about riding the bus in Mexico. I'm gonna say for most bus lines, never sit in the very front of the bus, because even on the nice bus lines, the bus driver be playing their music very loud. And if you sit in the front seat, you can hear all of their music. You can even feel the bass coming through the floorboard. So avoid that. I sit in the back. Usually I sit in the back of the bus, not the front. Nothing more annoying to listening to the bus driver's choice of music for 5 hours. No. Also, always bring your headset and something to listen to on the bus, because many times people are playing their music on the bus through their cell phones, or you're sitting next to somebody that has to talk to all their relatives for 5 hours. So always have some sound equipment for your phone and bring a recharger, because they have chargers on the bus. Sometimes I was on 2 buses this week that had electricity, so I could actually work and convert videos while on the bus, but sometimes that works and sometimes it does not work. Also, when you travel in Mexico on the bus, invest in a phone charger so that you can charge your phone while you are on the bus. Also, in that I was in large cities of 1 million people or more all week, it was really great to have Didi as my taxi service. And for those of you that don't know, Didi is like Uber, except usually it's a bit less expensive or cheaper. But everywhere I went, I got to the bus station, I knew what hotel or Airbnb I was going to. So I get off the bus, call Didi, bam, they're there in like 2 minutes, in my hotel in 10 or 15 minutes. Leaving the hotel, going to the bus station, I just call Didi on my phone. They're there in 2 minutes. Never, ever take a regular taxi in Mexico, because you're going to get ripped off. Unless you have that Elon Musk money. If you have that Elon Musk money, then you don't care, right? I ain't got Elon Musk money. So I was in one city, it was about 6 months ago. I took a regular taxi. I didn't know where the bus station was. I didn't remember I was leaving. And this guy, he was going to charge me like $5 to go to the bus station. And it was only like 5 blocks away. If I had known, I could have walked there. But never take a regular taxi in Mexico unless you have that Elon Musk money. Okay, let's see what's happening now. Okay. Hi, Vibe in the house. Good morning. Hi, Vibe. Always great to see you. I'm gonna get real quick and share with you the city that I went to this week. Hi, Vibe. I don't think it's going to be on your list, because the city I'm going to share with you, population was about 1.5 million people to 2 million people. I don't think it's on your list, but a great place to visit. SP, your crib looks totally new to me. It's gorgeous there. Yes, I moved. This is my new crib. And I got maids and butlers. And because you guys have been donating to the channel to support my high lifestyle, my high vibe style, I even got a limousine now. I hope you like the crib. I moved to this new crib. No, I didn't. This is my same crib. I just redecorated. That's all. To convert from temporary visa to, okay, I guess you're going to say more there. For me to convert from temporary to permanent visa, fee is around 18,000 pesos. That's like $900. You need to get a new. You need to get a new. You need to get a new consultant. You need to get a new immigration attorney, because I don't think that's right. You need to talk to Fernanda. If you go to buildthegeek.org, that's buildthegeek.org, and go to FAQs at the top of that front page. If you go to FAQs, you will see Fernanda's phone number and email. Contact her. She's here in Morelia, but she can help you wherever you live on the planet, and she is very reasonable. I've met her. She took me out to dinner one time, and then we met. I forget why we met for lunch one day, but she has helped hundreds of our subscribers. Very affordable, on time. Call her. The best thing to do to contact her is to call her until she answers the phone. Let's see what else be happening here. Let me go over this way. Okay, now, okay, I'm a little lost here. Okay. Stephen, okay, we'll be in Morelia in February to see the star, Bill Dallas Lewis. We have to hook that up. As I shared with you, I think the week you're coming in, I'll be in the dentist Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that gives us Thursday or Friday to get together. Bill, today in Akron, the high is 45. That's warm for January. And of course, some folks are high from other things. Call your gal. Your gal Lizzie is going on a cruise to Ensenada. You go, girl, with your bad self. Then I'm moving to Toledo. There are many Latinos there. We can all huddle together for the warmth. Good for you, Elizabeth. Right on. Okay, let's get to some clips. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let me see what I got here. Okay. This city is this city that I went to. This was the first city I went to this week, and it is León, the city of León in Mexico. Population is somewhere between 1.5 million to 2 million people. I loved it, but it's a big ass city compared to places that I usually visit. And here it is on the map. It's almost an exactly 4-hour bus ride from Morelia. And I took my favorite bus line, Primera Plus. It's probably about a 4-hour bus ride from Guadalajara. It was a great place. People were very friendly for a big city. For a big city, it was very friendly. And here's what the weather's like year round. It was like Morelia. In January, you can see it's going to go down to about 44 degrees, but with a high of 73 in May, which seems to be the hot month throughout Mexico. But in May, it's going to be 59 in the morning with a high of 88, and that's going to be with limited humidity. the city of Lyon. And because it's a very large city, renting now, these figures are from ChatGPT. I think that's what it's called. And you can go there. I use ChatGPT a lot. And I ask them, how much would it cost for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, fully furnished apartment? And you can see there, the rental cost would be, I'm just going to translate these numbers into US dollars, somewhere between $375 a month to about $400 a month. But then they say, well, but in El Centro, in the middle of town, it's going to be about $425 a month to $1,000 a month. And to live in an expensive part of town, it's going to run you about $850 a month. But that's the city of Lyon. It's a fabulous city. I'm going to show some clips today of just general Lyon, and they have a leather part of town. They call it it's called the El Centro de Piel, which is skin land. It's like 15 blocks by 15 blocks of just leather boots, leather hats, purses, women's shoes, all kinds of sex outfits for you leather sex freaks. They got all of that. They'll make cowboy boots for you. They got it all. Belts. I have a belt on right now. I bought there. Something I bought there that has been very handy is my handy dandy phone. My handy dandy phone holder. Slip my phone right in there. Got a little clip on there so it's a clear. Got a little thing I can hook it, a little belt in here. This costs $5, handmade. All kinds of, I didn't want to buy anything, but you go there, take a big suitcase so you can just buy leather. And I've said it before, I've been to Lyon for the Lyon annual International Balloon Festival. I strongly suggest taking a trip to Lyon in November. It's every year. In November, they have about 600 hot air balloons with people from all over the world that attend this fabulous event. Get there very early so you can see the whole thing. Get to the event around 6 a.m. It's like you'll be shocked at what happens starting around 5:30 a.m. at this fabulous event with lots of beer, lots of food, people from all over the world that come there. And also Lyon is about a half an hour taxi drive from the city of Guanajuato. So you can go to Lyon, do some leather shopping, check out the hot air balloon show in November, then shoot over to Guanajuato, one of my favorite cities in Mexico. Then maybe spend a night there, go back to Lyon. But here you go. This is how my week. Let's see what's happening. We've got some messages coming in over here. Soulful and Vegan. Woo, good morning and happy Saturday, Bill and the weekend crew. Hola to you, Soulful and Vegan. Hey, love Fernanda. Fernanda is great. She's fabulous. She is I might make her the trustee of my death account so that if I die, she just handle all my money, bury me, all that kind of stuff. She's totally bilingual. She's an immigration attorney, worked for the Mexico government for 15 years. She has a master's in public administration and a Mexico law degree. She's very good. I love balloon festivals. Went to one in New Jersey about 15 years ago. It was fabulous. So let me show you what the week was like. This is what this is how the week started out. This is the Morelia bus station, and I was if you look up Mexico bus stations, in the dictionary, my picture's in there. But all I'm going to say 99% of the bus stations, those are all Premier Plus buses. Most of the bus stations you go to are extremely safe and extremely clean. Here we go. Yep, waiting to get on my bus in Morelia, headed to Leon. And this is something new. I go to the bus station all the time, but this was something that wasn't there before. So I had to take a picture of this big, beautiful monarch butterfly. And I forget the name of the city, but it's about a 2.5-hour bus ride from Morelia where you can go. I've made videos on the city, and you can go see the monarch butterflies. One thing that I do want to say about this trip, in one of the cities that I went to, I was leaving the city. It was probably 8:30 in the morning. And in the bus station, hundreds of people in the bus station. And this guy in a uniform came up and he says, "Where are you from? Show me your papers. Do you have your papers with you?" And I said, "Yeah, okay, here you go." So when I travel, when I am in Morelia, going to the grocery store, go to El Centro to get breakfast with somebody, I never carry my passport or my visa, because if I lose it, it's going to be a pain in the butt to get it back. But whenever I take the bus, I always have my passport and my visa with me, because it hasn't happened in the state of Michoacan, which is where Morelia is. Morelia is in the state of Michoacan. It's the capital of Michoacan. But when I was living in Puerto Vallarta, and I would take the bus, and I would be in the state of Jalisco or Sinaloa, many times you're going down the freeway, immigration people stop the bus, they get on the bus, they go through all your baggage, you got to get off the bus, they check your papers. So when I'm on the road, I always have my passport and my visa. But anyway, this guy in the bus station from Mexico immigration asked me for my papers. And fortunately, I had them with me. I had my passport, my visa with me, and then he left me alone. That's the only time. And you've seen my videos. That's the only time in a bus station I've been asked to see my papers. So here we go. Here we go. I'm walking to El Centro. We got a big water truck outside, and I'm going to let it pass. I stayed at an Airbnb. The Airbnb was very good. It was about 4 blocks from the main plaza. It was a very nice, very clean, very safe Airbnb. And and the Airbnb was like $49 a night. And that's the great thing about hotels or Airbnbs. I try to stay in a place that is either on the plaza or a few blocks away from the plaza. And the neighborhood looked kind of shaky. And on the way to the Airbnb from the bus station, the taxi driver shared his entire life with me. And he was totally talkative. Oh, yeah, I've been to Houston. I've been to Orlando. I've been to Disney Orlando. I'm a mechanic. I work on Caterpillar tractors. Yeah, he had pictures of tractors, showed me pictures of his wife. And I just wanted to get to the Airbnb. And this guy, he's driving, he's got his phone out, he's showing me pictures, he's driving, showing me pictures of his wife and his kids and his Caterpillar tractors he worked on in Houston. He was very friendly. And I said, well, is it safe down here? How safe is Leon? And he told me, oh, well, just make sure you're in your hotel by like 7 o'clock, but just be home by 7 o'clock in El Centro. And then he says, oh, well, actually be home by 6 o'clock. That's cool. A word to the wise is sufficient. So now I'm getting closer to El Centro. There were a ton of shops. A ton of shops here, lots of places to eat. I would definitely put Leon down as a place to visit for a week. Lots of police around wherever you go. Very affordable shopping for, sweaters and coats. There are places to get your nails done. Lots of those places. You can get a pedicure, a manicure, get your nails painted, get new nails, very cheap. Get all that done very cheaply. But now I'm just trying to figure out where the plaza is. And my Spanish is not perfect, but I know how to say, where is the main plaza? Where is the Plaza Principal? ¿Dónde está Plaza Principal? Yes. Where is the Plaza Principal? And they have gorgeous women there. I mean, the women were just out of this world. I wasn't looking at the men, but I was looking at the women, very fashionable. But this is a big city, 1.5 million people. And look at how nicely manicured the trees are. Look at how clean the streets are. Yeah, I totally enjoyed it. This is a place it's definitely worth a visit. And I'm getting closer. I'm walking around, just getting closer and closer to the plaza. And all of these shots are from my glasses, from my secret glasses. The more I use my secret glasses, the more comfortable I am just walking around the city. Lots of food, lots of pizza, lots of Chinese food, of course, Mexican food. And you can see nobody's even looking at me. People don't look at me. I'm just walking around. People with and all kinds of cheap stuff. All those shirts are like 49 pesos. That's $2.50. 49 pesos, $2.50 for a nice shirt. There's the police again. They followed me around to make sure that I'm safe. Yes, that's how this trip was. A very peaceful, safe, wonderful trip. So I'm almost to the plaza now. And again, if you go to Leon, I don't know a lot about Leon. And I was only within maybe 10 blocks of walking around to this plaza, to that plaza, eating food on the street. You can see all types of age groups, young people, infants, middle-aged people, people my age. And here we go. Yeah, so now we are on the plaza. Now, this is the main plaza. This is the main plaza, many restaurants, and this is on a Monday morning. I'd say it's maybe 10:30 in the morning, and we're going to walk into a restaurant now. This restaurant is smack dab right on the plaza. You can't miss it. And there you go. Lots of people in this restaurant, and the people look very sophisticated. The food was excellent. My service, they gave me excellent service. You can see how nice and big and clean the place is. You would think you were in Manhattan. Maybe Manhattan. Yeah, look at that place. This looks like a Architectural Digest in that bad boy. It was very nice. So I'm going to click one more image here. There we go. So I'm out of the restaurant, and this is a huge city. There's other people sitting out on the plaza, lots of coffee shops, 11 o'clock in the morning on a Monday morning. Sure, coffee shops are huge in Mexico, and people are drinking all kinds of sophisticated coffee, and it's good, it's strong, gets you all revved up. So you can go out and meet people, meet women, enjoy yourself. That's what I'm talking about. Money machines everywhere. Sure, when you're in a larger city with a population of 100,000 people or more, usually money machines are just everywhere. So if you need some money, you got your plastic with you. There you go. And if you're a shopper and you want to get some cheap clothing that doesn't look cheap, you can just go to this shop, go to that shop. You're in one of the largest cities in Mexico, and here they're giving flu vaccines, free flu vaccines, because like in the United States, there's been a lot of flu down here. So they were giving away free flu shots. So now I'm on the main plaza, and the main plaza is surrounded by these little side streets. Again, this is Monday at around 11 o'clock in the morning. Look at all the people. That's the main plaza with those beautiful trees all around it. It was just beautiful. The images came out a little darker than I thought they would, but there you go. So I spent most of this day just walking down the side streets, stop and eat some Chinese food, stop and eat some tacos, maybe get a slice of pizza, and maybe even okay, so here we go. Let's go into this food place here. Here we go. She's making tortas everywhere. You just say, I want some of this. This is so much better than Subway. So much better than Subway. And I got some food experiences to share with you here in a minute. I'm going to go into the main cathedral. I'm going to go into the main cathedral right on the plaza. Of course, my phone takes better pictures, but I feel kind of creepy when I take my phone into a church. There's people in there praying to Jesus, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to appear to be as blasphemous as I really am. But beautiful cathedrals. There are like 8 cathedrals or more in El Centro like this, like 400-year-old cathedrals. And let me make a note here. Let me make a note here as to where I am stopping. And let's get to comments and see what's going on. So I want to thank everyone for donating to the channel so I can take trips like this. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Good morning. Brian Jordan. Okay, Brian Jordan. Hola, Bill from San Antonio, which is near Ajijic, Chapala. Coming in late, but happy to be here. Happy to see you, Brian. Are you still coming to Morelia this month? Let me know 2 weeks ahead of time. Cats is in the house. Excuse me. Kat did an interview with Kat about 6 weeks ago. A very interesting lady. She has her eye on Puebla. And I think I might go to Puebla in February. We had a Wilson leather store in the U.S. in the 1980s. Nothing like some good leather. Ms. Lady, good morning to you, Bill and YouTube friends. Angela Morris is in the house. Buenos dias. Everyone is good to be here one more time. Great to see you, Angela. Bill, you are in a beautiful location. Hey, I'm telling you, man, living in Mexico is the bomb. I got some nice digs. I'm good to go. The buck stops here. Buenos dias, Bill y mis amigos. Feliz sábado. That means howdy, everybody. A good, happy Friday. Freckles kid. How much are a good pair of those camera eyeglasses? Okay, let me think about this. I purchased 2 pairs, and then the buck stops here gave me some glasses for Christmas. The first pair I bought were $50, and you get what you pay for. The shots weren't that good. They weren't really sunglasses. Then I got another pair. The next pair was about $125, $150. I think the buck stops here. I think he paid about $100. You want to make sure. Okay, now let me say this about the glasses. My sister bought a pair of those Ray-Ban Me glasses, whatever they're called. Help me out with that. Those are like $350, but they shoot only portrait. And portrait, here, they shoot videos that are like this, like for YouTube. I don't shoot any videos like that. I shoot landscape videos. So my sister's glasses, they cost her like $350, but they only shoot videos like this, not like that. I like portrait. So I think to get, if you get some glasses, you want to make sure they are 4K glasses and they shoot landscape. And to get a good pair is going to cost you about $150, $175. And that I'd say that might be a bit more. Oh, my girlfriends are here. Hello, our Cuban hubby. Buenos dias y saludos todos. Always great to see you girls in the house, looking good as always. Brian, we contacted Rosie for our preparation on moving to Morelia from San Antonio. Looking forward to having breakfast with you. Very good. Rosie does a very good job, and she is very personable. And you can find Rosie's contact information. Excuse me. You can, excuse me, you guys. You can find Rosie's contact information at buildthegeek.org under FAQs. I think Fernanda's name shows up at the top of the FAQs page, and I think Rosie shows up second. And Rosie is a bit more expensive than Fernanda. But Rosie will do anything for you. She can help you get your visa. She can help you find an apartment, help you find a house. She'll give you tours. Her basic rate is like $20 an hour. But Rosie is very personable. She was born in Morelia, lived in the United States for 17 years. She's very good, but I've heard she is expensive. Okay, now let's come back over here, see what be going on. Okay, Ops Chef, Ops Chief in the house. That's Marco in Chicago. Be safe, dude. Hello, all. Hope everyone is having a great day. Marco, his lovely wife, 2 daughters, and a son in Chicago. He's a Mexican-American. Be safe up there. And talking about Chicago, there's a lot going on in the United States. Stay informed. And I think I'm going live. I think this Wednesday at 7 p.m. And it's going to be called Bill the Geek Unleashed. And it's all about U.S. politics. I can't wait to go live this Wednesday for Bill the Geek Unleashed. You want to subscribe to the channel so you get a notification, because I'm going to get live and cut loose on some Mexico, not Mexico politics. I don't play with Mexico, but we're going to talk U.S. politics for about an hour and a half this Wednesday. So you want to subscribe so you get a notification. Lenora Wilson, good morning, everyone. Great to see you, Lenora. Manny Boy, Atstian. Look at Bill, always living the good life. Man, I am envious. Yeah, I do what I can with what I got. Mexico has been very good to me. I love Mexico. I'm never going back to the United States. Abundant mango. Flu shots can often have flu inside and give you the flu. Many nurses know this. Sorry, had to mention that. Hey, that's fine. I didn't get a flu shot. They were giving them. I didn't say I got one. I don't even go to doctors. I just don't go. And yes, the reason I'm not a doctor, but they say, yeah, there's flu in the flu shots, and that's what help you not get the flu. So they give you the flu so you don't get the flu. Whatever. I'm not getting them. And Justin, God bless you. Justin, thank you for contributing to the channel so that I can travel and stay on the road and share with you guys different options on places to visit and live in the fantastic country of Mexico. And Justin, God bless you. Thank you for supporting the channel as always. Thank you so much. Axel Foley, good morning, everyone. Another snowy day in the Poconos. Get your skis on. 4 inches so far, so far more expected. Just chilling on my couch watching Billy the Kid along with a glass of red wine, right on Axel Foley. What else is going on here? The Donetta, the Donetta. Buenos dias, looking good, girl. Yeah, and Buenos dias a todo de mis amigos, talking that Spanish. Go Bears. The Bears, right on. The Bears, I like the Bears because the Bears, and that's for you guys that don't know, that's the National Football League. They have 2 games on today, 2 games on tomorrow. I think the Bears play tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. That might be at 3. Go Bears. I support the Bears. San Francisco is going to lose to the Seattle Seahawks. I think that's on tonight at 7. Leon looks good. Leon looks good. Leon was very freaking cool. Let's get back to some more media shots here. Okay. So I'm out here. Here's some of the small streets. Lots of, this is a pedicure shop. And you can see all the people in there. You can see all the people. It's a little dark up in there. But pedicures, manicures, the place was full. And look at the ladies looking at me. They're working. And it's not like I have a camera. They're looking at me like, what's the black man doing standing in there like looking in here like that? But I love, there's KFC. And for those of you that don't know, that means Kentucky Fried Chicken. This door was shut. I wanted to go in and check prices at the KFC. Now, I do want to say, I've been wanting some Kentucky Fried Chicken for about a year and a half, okay? Because after this broadcast, I'm going to the grocery store. Right down the street from the grocery store is a McDonald's and a KFC. I've never been to the McDonald's, but right next door is a KFC. I've seen it 1,000 times. I haven't gone in. So my last night of travel, I went into a KFC in my 3rd city. It was right on the plaza. My hotel, let me think, my hotel was right on the plaza pretty much. So I went there and the place was packed. It was the most packed place to eat on the plaza. I mean, and the people at the KFC were working. I've never seen a KFC this busy in my life. I mean, they were cooking chicken and selling chicken. I've never seen anything like it. So I got a 2-piece Kentucky Fried Chicken dinner, and it came with a little thing of mashed potatoes and gravy and a biscuit. And that cost me 126 pesos, which is like $6. Okay. And I took it back to the hotel room, and it was fabulous. And people have told me that KFC in Mexico is much better than KFC in the United States. I don't think the chicken at KFC in the United States is real. I think it's all chemicals. It's like you don't know what you're eating up there. But in Mexico, they have like real chickens, and it was excellent. For $6, 2 pieces, and it was very filling and very enjoyable. That was my Kentucky Fried Chicken fix. Yes. But, and here are people eating tacos. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let me stop that. I'm going to play this video again. I'm going to start it again. Now, look at what you're going to see here. Look at where the people are buying the chicken from. Look at where the where the tacos are coming from. It's just a doorway. It's a doorway. That is the guy's shop. He probably lives in this doorway there. And these people are just standing out there chowing down on these tacos dados. Tacos, these people are chowing down. I think those things were like 50 cents, 75 cents for a taco. Yeah, Leon, a place that you definitely want to check out. Just walking, I think I went to the wrong button right here. Yes, I'd already been there. Let's click this one. Here you go. Yeah. Just walking around the plaza. They're giving flu shots all around the plaza. And a lot of people in my travels, I've seen lots of people wearing masks on the bus, in the bus stations, on the plaza. I think a lot of people are getting the flu down here. And in Lyon and the 3 cities that I visited this week, I saw lots of bookstores on the plaza, either portable bookstores or, oh yeah. And again, this is probably around noon, 12:30. Yeah. People enjoying, just sitting around the plaza, enjoying life. Here you go. I already have, yeah. See, people enjoying life, relaxing, drinking coffee, talking to one another, dressed in very modern fashions. More people sitting on the plaza. Oh man, if I lived in El Centro in one of these cities, I don't know if I would be able to make any videos at all. Okay, now here we go. So those were all of my shots that I took with my glasses. Now I switched over to the phone for these videos. And here's a little man. He's selling ice cream. And he's got that ice cream music cranking. Look at his outfit. I'm gonna play that again. He's cranking that little handle, and he's got that ice cream music going. This is the organ music. Oh, do 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 do. Got a little monkey with him. That's a real monkey, but it's just stiff. He's got like arthritis or something. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Again, this is Monday mid-morning. Little kids, old ladies, teenagers, college students. Look at this. Yeah. I could live in El Centro here. It's going to cost you, I would say, to get a nice place, two fully furnished bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, fully furnished. I think it's going to cost you about $800, $900 a month, unless you get lucky, then maybe less. And I hope this is what I think it is coming up here. Beautiful architecture. And you could get an apartment. I saw people that were living in these apartments on the 2nd floor with those little doors open, and they're just watching the people walk by down below. I would say Lyon is definitely worth at least 3 nights. At least 3 nights. Go to Lyon, spend 3 to 5 nights. Go in November so you can see the Hot Air Balloon Festival. Go to the Leather Center, buy lots of freaky leather, get your leather groove on. There's a burger there and pizza everywhere. You can get it by the slice for like 50 cents a slice. And I had some. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I have never had good pizza anywhere in Mexico, but I grew up with Italian families and Greek families that I've eaten that Chicago deep dish pizza, which that's an experience, but I have never, ever had good pizza in Mexico. And I'm going to say the same for sushi. I've never had good sushi. Never. I've never had good. I got to make a note here as to where I stopped. Okay. After eating sushi in San Francisco, I know what good sushi is. I know what good sushi is. I know what good pizza is. And I've never had either one of those good in Mexico. Okay, now, I'm going to talk about some of my bad eating habits in a second here, but let me get back to messages. Here we go. Okay, Sammy. Billy, the reason why the Mexican police boarded the bus is because they were looking for people coming to Mexico to cross the border. Okay, they are actually looking for illegals. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Stephen Hunter, Bill, just to refresh your memory, we were agreed to Friday the 13th. Okay, write that down. Friday the 13th, Steve Hunter. Okay, it's written down. Okay, I'm good. I'm good to go after your dental work. Thank you very much. Okay. But just to refresh your memory, we agreed to meet at 10 a.m. on Friday. Yes, very good. Okay, I got it. I got it. Sammy, you can be sure the Mexican police aren't going to brutalize you and disrespect you. I want to tell all Mexican people how grateful I am to be in their country and able to realize my humanity every day. And Sammy, my feelings exactly. It's a real pleasure. It's a real pleasure to be here. People are so friendly. People are so friendly everywhere I go. I'm on the road all by myself. Nobody ever bothers me. People are very respectful. Now, before I move ahead, I do want to say this. Okay. So in my second city, which I'll be showing you in a couple of weeks, I found the hotel. It was the Panorama Hotel. And I found them on the internet. And on the internet, it said that it was 1,000 pesos a night. That's like $50 a night. And I try to make that my limit. And this is what I do when you contribute to the channel. I don't have a corporate sponsor. I'm not National Geographic. I can buy my equipment, my bus tickets, go to hotels, eat when I'm on the road because of you guys donating to the channel. And I appreciate it when you do that. It helps me get on the road, buy equipment, and make more videos. I'm not a corporation. So on the internet, it said it was $50 a night, 1,000 pesos. So I get to the hotel and I say, hey, do you have a place for me? And they said, yeah. And well, how much? And they said it's going to be $75 a night, not 50. In other words, they said it was going to be $1,500, 1,500 pesos a night. That's what they said. On the internet, it said 1,000. I get there, they say it's going to cost 1,500. And I said, what? On the internet, it says 1,000. And then they said, well, that's what it says on the internet. But if you walk in here off the street and you want to stay here, then it's going to cost 1,500 pesos. And the lady behind the counter, she just told me that's the way they work. Okay, I said, okay. So I've got my computer in my bag, and it was a beautiful place, a beautiful lobby. And I said, so if I go over there and sit on the couch and pull up the internet and get my place on the internet, I'm going to save $25. She said, yeah. So I went over on the couch, got out my computer connected to the internet, and I bought my ticket for the hotel online, and it was only 1,000 pesos, $50. I saved $25. So beware of that. That's the first time that has ever happened to me. The next night, I went to a different city, and I'll be showing you that video in a couple of weeks, but I went to a different city. It was right on the plaza, really nice, well-known hotel. On the internet, it said that it was going to cost 1,000 pesos a night. That's $50. I go in there, and I said, well, how much is it a night? And they said 1,000 pesos, just like it was on the internet. So they weren't playing that game that the other place was playing. Also, something else. Oh, something else. Oh, okay. Also, when I got to my last city, I got there like 11. I got to the hotel. Oh, wait a minute. So the place that was going to charge me 1,500 pesos a night, I got there around 11 o'clock or noon. And they said, well, you can't get into the room until 3 o'clock. I said, okay. Well, so I got my computer. I got this big bag over here I'm carrying around. Can I leave those with you? Yeah. They said, okay. So they took my computer, my bag. Then I can go out and shoot video, come back at 3. Okay. So my last night, the other nice place, 1,000, I got there at 11 o'clock. I says, well, can I get in now? Yeah, you can get in like right now. So they took me in at 11 o'clock. I didn't have to wait till 3. They weren't going to charge me $25 more. So you never freaking know. Okay, now. Uh-oh. What, the Bears are playing right now? Oh, they're going to lose. Well, we'll see. You want to take the Bills, Pats, Rams, and Hawks? You will thank me later. Oh, okay. Okay, right on. Okay, yeah, okay. And Sammy, by the way, no human is illegal, right? Oh, and Manny, no human is illegal. That's beautiful. Right on. Brian Jordan, good pizza is difficult to find here. I get mine at Violica Cafe in San Antonio, which is between Ajijic and Chapala near Guadalajara. David, hey, Bill, the pizza at the Domino's downtown is pretty good. Okay. Downtown, Domino's. Okay, let me try it out. That's the best pizza I've had here in Mexico. Thank you for that tip, David. I'll check it out. I love me some good pizza. I may have to check out the city of León. It looks like a modern city with mild winters. León is a modern city. Lots of university, lots of industry, lots of business going on, lots of money. And if you're into that larger city, it's about twice as big as Morelia. So It's not a giant city like Mexico City. I'm going to compare Leon to like Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio, population about 1.5 million. It's not a big city, but it's not New York. And that's kind of the way Leon is. It's not a big super city. It's, I'm going to say that Guadalajara is probably 3 times bigger than Leon. But they got like 5-6 million people in Guadalajara. That's too big for me. Leon may be a little too big for me. Morelia at 1 million people is about my size. But if you get to Leon, start looking around, find out where the suburbs are, where you know the nice little Greenwich village like places are. It's a very nice place. Alana, ditto. Some things you just have to eat in other countries, and that's okay. No pizza and sushi in Mexico for me. Woo! Oh, I got some video to show you about some. And over the next few weeks, I'm gonna show you some Chinese food places that I would not eat there. Because I was looking at the Chinese food and it looked like it'd been there like 2 weeks in the little, you know, I'm thinking, well, it looks like it's been there for like 2 weeks. I don't think I'm going to get any of that. But I'm also from the area in the USA where I can find them. No bagels either. No bagels down here. The Mexican people are oh my God. The Mexican people love Little Caesars in Chapala. They will stand in line over a block long. Here's my opinion of Little Caesars pizza. You can save a lot of money. Just get a cardboard box. Get a cardboard box and a bottle of ketchup and put the ketchup on the cardboard box and eat it. You don't even have to heat it up. Just put some ketchup on a cardboard box and eat it. And that's the way Little Caesars pizza tastes. How you like that? That's what I'm talking about. Axel Foley. The spinoff for Billy the Kid Unleashed in 2027 should be Billy the Kid Jailbreak. No holds bar. That's right. It's coming this Wednesday night. Subscribe Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going live and I'm going to talk all politics. So click the subscribe button so you get a notification. Yes. Alicia, good morning, Bill. Alicia Hawkins 4. Great to see you here. Haven't seen you in a while. Ms. Lady, many hotels work this way in the USA anyway, i.e. cheaper rate if you make the reservations online. Okay, very cool. Buck stops here. Isn't Leon the leather city? Yeah, I'm going to show you some leather shots next weekend. I mean, even if you go, I mean, the leather area in Leon, it's like 15 blocks by 15 blocks. Leather. I'm going to say you can't help but buy something, even if you don't want to buy anything. If you don't want to buy anything, you want to buy something because there's just so much of it and everything is so affordable. Leather jackets, cowboy boots, cowboy hats, you know, other kind of regular hats, leather. You're going to buy something. You have to because it's so affordable and it looks so good. That is Leather City. You got to visit Leon for the leather. Manny, I know your mantra, but there are rules in every country. They call them unregulated here, which is safer word, but you can't go to people's countries and stay there without documents. Okay. Alana, I have seen that. Little Caesars in Chapala. And I think it is so funny. You won't catch me going there, laughing out loud. Yeah, and there's a Little Caesars in El Centro here in Morelia. And the surprising thing is they open around 11 o'clock in the morning. Ain't no pizza place in the United States that opens at 11 o'clock in the morning, I don't think. Bill, have you seen White Castle anywhere on your travels? No. Only in Costco, in the frozen food section. Costco in Guadalajara, they had Costco. You could buy frozen White Castles, but I bought them many a time and I was always disappointed. Chat GPT says you can get a budget 2-bedroom apartment in Lyon. Yes, just like that. Then mid-rent, yep. And there yes, abundant mango. And we started out with that right here. And you can see the price ranges right there. In El Centro in Lyon, about I'll translate the pesos, about 350 to 375 per month. That's 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, fully furnished. But then you get real for better listings. It's around 425 to 1,000 per month. And in more expensive areas, you're talking about $800 to $900 a month. And that's fully furnished. And in Mexico, I've talked about it before, but in Mexico, fully furnished means fully furnished. You're talking about knives, forks, cups, saucers, towels and sheets, spoons and knives, maybe an ironing board, maybe most likely a microwave for sure. And one thing that made me very happy a good thing about staying in Airbnbs is that they have refrigerators and microwaves. Rarely when I'm on the road do they have microwaves, but 2 of the places that I stayed in had microwaves and refrigerators on this trip. I still have some more shots here. This is in El Centro. If I could live in El Centro as a starting point, maybe for like 6 months as I looked around the rest of the city. Gap. Everybody in Mexico got a Gap sweatshirt. Here we go. Yeah, I just loved just walking around. I could live down here for 6 months and then explore other parts of the city that would probably cost less money, try to find that deal to save some money. But this is El Centro, Lyon. El Centro, Lyon. And I think I went back too far. There's a lady with her Disney backpacks, lots of museums in El Centro, art museums, historical museums. And when I lived in Mazatlan in the wintertime, pretty much all you see is gray-haired Canadians. Not here. Not in Lyon, no. young engineers and college students and high school students, lovers, people walking around holding hands. And I'm going to say that almost, hot looking chicks. I'm going to say that almost all of the music that I heard was American music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, funk, rap. That's all the music that I was hearing. And these beautiful historic buildings. And look at all of the people. Look at all the people on a Monday morning at noon, just walking around, beautiful blue sky. Yeah, this is how I roll. This is how I want to roll. I want to roll like this. Yeah. And you see that good looking woman just walk by right there? I don't touch him, but I sure do like to look. Yes. So this is El Centro in Leon. Yeah, look at that. Who couldn't like that? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at that. I would love to live in this neighborhood. I could live in this neighborhood in a heartbeat. But but that would cost me about $850, $900 a month, which is that's a little high for me. That's a little more than I want to spend. Yep. Everybody's got their backpack, their Gap sweatshirts. Yeah. I totally enjoyed it. Shop, lots of places to shop, fashionable clothing. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. People smacking each other, lovers smacking each other in the back of the head. So I did say, okay, here's McDonald's. You can see the little McDonald's sign there. But, yeah, people eating ice cream, lots of ice cream. Mexicans love some ice cream. Ice cream everywhere. A lot of it is handmade in the shop. And look how fashionable that little young lady looks. I love the side streets. And I haven't been outside of El Centro other than the leather place, the leather neighborhood in Leon is right next to the bus station. So if you're on a 3-hour layover on a bus ride through Leon, you're in the leather center. So you can just go out and go shopping and buy some leather. I bought a nice leather bag, a leather travel bag, total leather. It's the bomb. That was like $30, $40. And you see a lot of quality. You see a lot of quality leather. And that's what makes you want to buy it. Let me make a note here of where I stopped. There we go. Where did I stop? Right there. And let's go to comments and see what's going on. Okay. Yes. Okay. Buck stops here. In USA, you will get locked up and ship you out disappearing people for staying past your visa or passport date. In Mexico, they will ask you to renew your paperwork. Totally different. Yeah, what's going on in the United States is crazy. I can't wait until Donald Trump dies. or they impeach him. And they shot Ms. Good. They shot Ms. Good in the face 3 times. Renee Nicole Good. Renee Nicole Good, say her name. They shot a white lady 3 times in the face. 3 times in the face. And the man that did it is not in jail. Also, on a news note, you had the auto worker that said he was yelling at Donald Trump, calling him a pedophile protector. He called him you're a pedophile protector. You're a pedophile protector. And then Trump yelled at him, F you, and then he gave him the finger. And this guy, the guy that called him a pedophile protector, so he was working for Ford or something. I guess I don't know what city this was in, but he worked at an auto plant. So I forget which car company it was. They suspended him from work. They didn't fire him, but they suspended him. So his buddies started a GoFundMe thing. And right now and this just happened last week, his GoFundMe account, because his job laid him off, Donald Trump gave him the finger, and his GoFundMe account is up to like $600,000 now. Donald Trump, come down to Mexico, give me the finger so I can start a GoFundMe account, make me $5,600,000. Donald Trump, please come to Mexico and give me the finger. All kinds of stuff is going down in the United States, and I'll be talking about it live. What time is that? This Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be going for it. Leon is in Guanajuato. Yes, it is, and it's only a 30-minute drive from the city of Guanajuato, and I love that city. Okay, now what's going on over here? David, I'm glad you clarified that. Thank you very much. And we have someone else contributing to the channel. Eugene, thank you for contributing to the channel so I can continue to make these trips. Be careful with all them attractive women, Senor Bill. You're the catch, and they are the fishermen. Yes, yeah. I look at them, but I don't touch nothing. I don't even talk to anything. Yes, I look, but I ain't touching. I ain't trying nothing. Yes. Eugene, good morning. Bill got on here late and dealing with a clogged sink this morning. Good luck with that. That's never any fun. And we got Jamie in the house. Ola, Bill, and everyone from snow and cold Montreal. Stay warm, Jamie. And thanks for dropping in and saying hello. Bill, of all the places you have been to, which is your number one for modern shopping, plaza malls, shopping in general? I'm going to say Morelia. I'm going to say all around for everything. They have in Morelia, the weather's great. A lot of universities here, a lot of medical schools, a lot of hospitals, a lot of sophisticated people, a lot of international people, a lot of Mexicans in Morelia. And they have super malls. I can walk to a super mall in about 15 minutes from where I live. And they've got all, Sears is big in Mexico. I can get in a taxi and go to another super mall. I can be there in 10 minutes. I'm aware of other super malls all around the city. They have great shopping in El Centro, in Morelia. But if you want to take it, they have Costco here. They have, if you want that big shop stuff, and then they have the big Mexican shops and grocery stores. Guadalajara was fabulous. It was just a little too big like this. That's a big city. So Guadalajara has super everything. I've been to Mexico City 2 times. That puts me, Mexico City is in the realm of New York City for me, and I don't want to live anywhere that is that big. So Morelia works for me. Guanajuato, the city, is beautiful, and I'm sure they have a lot of the big box stores and shopping and stuff like that. But it's I would have to live in El Centro. You got to be walking up and down a lot of steps. But Morelia is working for me. Then there's Mazatlan. Mazatlan is, for me, is too isolated. The city's great, the beach is great, the Malecon is great, the ocean is great, but it's a tourist city. Too many Americans, too many Canadians, and there's nowhere to visit within 100 miles. In Morelia, if you go 100 miles outside of Morelia, 150 miles outside of Morelia, there's like 20 to 30 cities you can go to and just enjoy life. Even and Puerto Vallarta lived there. Yeah, they got big super malls, but I don't think Puerto Vallarta is that sophisticated, in my opinion. There you go. Alana, my daughter, was watching and said Leon reminds her of Rome and Barcelona. I also thought it reminded me of Lisbon. And that's another beauty of the joy of living in Mexico. I'm from Ohio. So an old building in Ohio is like 100 years old. If you got a 125-year-old building in Columbus, Ohio, that's a historic building. Here, the buildings you were seeing in Leon are like 400, 500 years old. Fantastic architecture. You're not going to see any cathedrals in the United States like here in Mexico. It is like, the Spanish came down here and they just did it, man. They just dropped the bomb with the architecture. One question, Brian Jordan, one question I get asked a lot is it safe in Mexico? I let them know I won't be shot by some random person or in the face by ICE. I won't be AI mass shooting. The USA's crazy. And Brian Jordan, you hit that right on the head. Is Mexico dangerous compared to the United States? Who the hell would want to live in Minneapolis, Minnesota? And why do they all have to carry machine guns? What? You're trying to find illegal immigrants? Do you need a machine gun to go find them? No. There's no reason for ICE to have guns. And why do they have to wear masks? Why do ICE agents have to wear masks and carry machine guns and be in secret cars? That I would say that's dangerous. That's surely dangerous. But when you have a felon, when you have a convicted felon, that has bankrupt many businesses. Everything he touches, he bankrupts. He's bankrupting. Bankrupting the United States right now. What he's got more than 20 women who have charged or suggested sexual abuse. One of them, he had to give her like thousands of, almost millions of dollars. Well, a felon is a criminal. A felon is a criminal. So when you have a criminal, a felon, that's a criminal. A criminal felon. When you have a country run by a criminal felon, is that a safe country to live in? And then all of his associates, you got Stephen Miller. Everybody around him is a criminal. They're all, they're that criminals running the United States. And then they got their ICE has more money than the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Coast Guard. ICE has more money. They get more money than any of those places. They all have masks and machine guns and secret cars. That's like Nazi Germany. That's Nazi Germany. They can come into they're kicking down doors, shooting white people in the face. When the military starts shooting up white people in the United States, woo-wee, woo, people didn't say so much about George Floyd when they choked that black dude to death. And he was like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Just 2 days ago, ICE choked somebody in a detention center to death. Just 2 days ago, they choked him to death in a detention center. 2 days ago. But George Floyd, this black dude, choked him to death. But when they start shooting white people, white women, when they start shooting white women in the face in Minneapolis, and they ask, Mexico is not safe. No, They got masked men roaming the country, and what's safe about that? I've seen Mexican police with machine guns, but you can see their face. Oh, whatever. I'm getting going on that. Yeah, and if you're with us today, please think about. Most of the time we talk about only Mexico, but we talk about politics because I just try to be myself. So if you like the content, click the subscribe button. Also, boycott CBS. They're more like Fox News now. CBS, their rankings are falling, and they should. And don't support Paramount. Don't go to see Paramount movies. Don't watch CBS. Don't watch 60 Minutes. Boycott them. Let them go out of business. Anybody that supports Donald Trump and gives him money, boycott them all and let them all go broke. But support the Bill Dallas Lewis channel so that you can hear me talk on Saturdays and so that I can make trips and tell you about the joys of living in Mexico. So if you can support, hey, I'm telling you, man, I said this last week. I watched the Midas Touch. They have 6 million subscribers. Midas Touch is making money. And subscribe to the Midas Touch. There's another YouTube channel. It's called The Bulwark. The Bulwark. Watch their work. These guys are real good news journalists. A lot of them are The Bulwark, Midas Touch. Damage Control is a good YouTube channel. These are all independent investigators, attorneys, bringing you the news throughout the day. Do not watch CBS. Do not support CBS. Do not support the Paramount Picture Company. They're just billionaires lying to the people supporting the felon and chief, the gold boy. And I tell you what, Donald Trump, no, he don't like people of color, but he sure do be putting on a lot of makeup so he can be my complexion. Because he know women just say, once you go black, you never go back. So he's getting he wants to be black so bad. Donald Trump wants to be black so bad. He wears all that makeup. But he still ain't getting no Nikki. You know that. Now. Okay, GOP, guardians of pedophiles. Thank you very much. That's pretty good. That's good. I like that. Love your channel, Bill. God bless you and keep doing what you do, brother. Eugene, thank you for your financial support and your verbal support. Thank you. And good luck with that sink. Bill, Bill will make Mexico great again. Mexico is great. Make Mexico great again. David, do single people have difficulty finding one-bedroom apartments? Many singles on YouTube seem to live in two-bedroom units in Mexico. I wouldn't want to spend more time cleaning a larger apartment. No, there are lots. I know a lot of people, Americans and Canadians, that have two-bedroom apartments. Many Americans and Canadians, including myself, have gotten two-bedroom apartments. Let me think about this. In Mazatlan, I had a two-bedroom apartment. That was the only two-bedroom apartment that I had. And I was looking for a two-bedroom apartment in case I had visitors. Like if my family comes down, some friends come down, then they have a room to stay in. But that was out of 21 years, that was the only two-bedroom that I had. All my other apartments have been one bedroom. But I know a lot of single people, Canadians and Americans, that have two-bedroom apartments, and they all tell me, well, I got a two-bedroom just in case family comes down. You know, my sister comes down, my mom comes down, my children come down, they have their own room. I like having a one-bedroom because if family comes down, I can tell them I only got one bedroom and you're going to have to stay in a hotel. There you go. So I don't know. So they can come to visit, but they ain't going to be in my crib. Same with friends. Friends come down. I got one bedroom. One bedroom. So you got to stay at a hotel or Airbnb. Hear what I'm saying? Right on. So yeah, you can it's no problem getting a one bedroom down here. Really nice one bedrooms, no problem. I think you want to stay away from places that are tourist. Reason high prices, exactly. Puerto Vallarta, high prices. Mazatlan, high prices. Ajijic, high prices. If you get away from the tourists, you can get very reasonable places to stay and safer also. Mexico don't allow to carry guns, only crooks carry them, but the killings that happen is when you really did something wrong. Thank you, Manny. Ms. Lady, I'm from Minnesota. It used to be one of the safest places to live, but the landscape started to change since the mid-1980s. Yeah, my best friend from college is from Minnesota. His dad was the vice president of the University of Minnesota. His mother, this is a black guy, his mother was a psychologist in Minnesota. Prince is from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota, Minneapolis and is just so historically such a multiracial town where it's no big deal to have interracial dating. Minneapolis is just the epitome of love. And that's why Trump is invading Minneapolis. Trump hates love. He hates people of many different colors getting together and living and being free. Donald Trump hates that. That's why he wants to send. That's why he's having ICE shoot white women in the face in Minneapolis. He hates love. He hates peace. He hates joy. He hates the American way. That's why he wants to destroy Minneapolis, because he's an asshole. There you go. ICE is worse than the cartel. The Trump admin is so corrupt. It's disgusting. And that is true. It's the biggest cartel on the planet Earth. Now, my take on the immigration situation is the United States is, why are people still going there? These morons still believe the U.S. is the heaven on earth. We fled, and they're going there. Yeah, man. And all the farmers that voted for Donald Trump, and he's going to let all the farmers go bankrupt so that his buddies can buy up their land, the farmers' land. All these farmers in Nebraska, all over the country, in all these red states, these farmers voted for Donald Trump. So he's going to let them go out of business. He's going to let all these people go out of business, lose their farms. These people have had these farms for decades, if not 100 years, in their families. And he's going to put them out of business so that he can sell their farms to his friends, the corporate billionaires. Yeah, what kind of shit is that? That's a cartel. You have the felon in chief, the biggest cartel felon running a country on the planet. Yeah, and people still support his ass. That's right. When I shot a white woman, that was the beginning of the ending of ICE. Woo, we starting to talk now. Now, I was talking about the Midas Touch. Watch the Midas Touch, the damage report, the bulwark. There are some great sources of information that are telling the truth. And when I shot the white woman in Minneapolis, Donald Trump says, or JD Vance says, well, the lady was chasing the man with her car and she hit the man and hit the cop and ran him over. Nah, man. They had video cameras all around. No videos showed that. Donald Trump said the same thing. The attorney general said the same thing. They all said, oh, yeah, she was driving like 60 miles an hour, ran over the dude. Afterwards, he had to go to the hospital. No, none of that happened. And they lie about it. Yes, that's right. When I shot a white woman, yes, Alana. Oh, here we go. Give a thumbs up to Bill. Thank you so much. Yeah, please click the like button, donate to the channel, click that subscribe button. And yeah, people are referring to CBS News as BS News. That's good, BS News. Yeah, and and 60 Minutes, they were going to put up a show about what it was like in one of the concentration camps. They had written the story. They were getting ready to put the story up. Then Trump says, oh, no, don't show the people what's really going on. 60 Minutes. And 60 Minutes says, oh, no, we can't we can't mess with Donald Trump. We can't tell the truth anymore. Walter Cronkite would be rolling in his grave. Okay, now boycott FIFA. Yeah, boycott FIFA. They gave Trump the Peace Award. They gave him the Peace Award. They should have given him the Felon Award. Yeah, boycott FIFA. Yes, that's right. Boycott USA. It's not safe here. That's funny. They are everywhere. But some studio apartments are listed as 1 bedroom. Yes, I have stayed in studio apartments here in Mexico. Surely. Bill, when I come, I'm bringing my blow-up mattress so I can stay with you. Come on down, Shirley. You can see all this space I got here. Bring the blow-up. You can come on down. There's plenty of room for a blow-up in here. Right on. Come on down. Just give me 2 weeks notice. Oh, look who the hell has shown up to bless us with her present. Siempre Italy. Girl, I've been thinking about you. Where you been? Cool. Back from Indonesia, so time difference is better now. Glad to see you, Bill. Ciao a tutti. Yeah, that's Susan. We had breakfast. I think she stayed in Morelia for maybe 5 or 6 months. And we would get together for breakfast. She's a fascinating individual from California. She bought a property in Italy. She has a property in Italy. Her son lives somewhere in Asia. That son lives in Asia. So she goes to visit him over there, goes back to Italy to her house. I don't know if she's ever coming back to Moravia. Very interesting person. We had breakfast several times. We'd get together at 10 o'clock on a Friday, and we'd end up talking till we called it like the 4 or 5 hour breakfast. But great to see you. Great to see you. I'll have to reach out to you. Thank you. I live in a colonia. And when you hear the word colonia in Mexico, that means like neighborhood. Every neighborhood, they give it the name of the colonia. So the colonia that I live in is called Periodista. Every neighborhood has a name, and those neighborhoods are called colonias. So, okay, I live in a colonia near the governor of Morelia. I've driven by that building. When the federal police see me, they yell out my name. Stop and engage me. The American police hate me for being black. Yeah, there you go. Minnesota is a beautiful state called the land of 1,000 lakes. I bought my Scamp travel trailer from the manufacturer in the state of Minnesota, and the people there are very kind and friendly. I've been to Minnesota in August, and I've been there in January. And the lakes in the city of Minneapolis are fabulous, beautiful city. I'm in my 13-foot Scamp travel trailer right now on my ranch land. If it wasn't for Minnesota, I wouldn't be chatting you now from my Scamp. Okay, all right, Buck. Surely they don't want us to believe the evidence with our own eyes. Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what's going on. Okay, now over here, El Rey Rayo. Politicians are what's wrong with this planet. Religion and ideologies are the same. No country is safe. Yeah, it's tough. You gotta be informed. You gotta be informed. Look around and see what is going on. Okay, I still have some more clips here. Okay. I still have more clips. Yeah. But again, this is the city of Lyon. Again, I say that this is worth, it's at minimum 3 nights, minimum 3 nights. Come down to Lyon, get a Airbnb. I had an Airbnb. I had an Airbnb. Get it as close to El Centro as you can. And I would say stay for a week. If you can, come in November so that you can go to the hot air balloon festival. And you'll see so many balloons that when after you've been there about 5 hours, you won't want to ever see a balloon again for the rest of your life. But come for the hot air balloon festival. Go to visit Guanajuato, which is a 30-minute drive away. Go leather shopping. And I'm going to say that it was chilly. Now check this out, place. I have not been to a city in Mexico where there were so many manicurists. I mean, just out on these side streets like this place right here. Manicures, that right here. Look, they got all these fingernails they'll put on you. They will do your feet, do your nails. Very affordable. Pedicures, manicures, shellac, alaxiado, whatever that is. Look, yeah, I've never been in a city that had so many places where you could get stuff done like that to your feet and your hands. Yeah. And look at how fashionable the people are. Yeah, people just chilling. People just sitting on, they have those little iron benches all over the city. Oh, yeah. Coca-Cola, sure. Okay. Plaza Benedicto, whatever. Plaza de Benedicto XVI. Yeah, there you go. And this is right off of the plaza. Artwork, just beautiful works of art. Many plazas off of the main plaza and many cathedrals. Yeah. Now, it was a little chilly. It was a little chilly in the morning, and I would leave. Look at that. I would be leaving my hotel around 6 o'clock. In all three of my trips this week, I'd be leaving the hotel around 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. And it was chilly. I had more than this on. Like I had an extra hoodie, and then a really warm hoodie, and then this thing, and then something over that. Also, if you're traveling in Mexico and you take the bus, always dress like you're going to be in New Hampshire in wintertime, because you never know. Even in August, the bus driver may crank up the air conditioning so you feel like you're in New Hampshire and it's January. You'd be cold as shit up in there. Always dress warm when you take a bus in Mexico. But if you're going to visit Lyon, I might wait until the month of March. December, January, February, maybe, but it's going to be 75 every day. More artwork, off of the plaza. Beautiful, historical, block-long artwork sharing with you the beauties of living in Mexico. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. And look at all these. This is Monday. Monday, there's the Coca-Cola truck Monday, and you could live in that building right there on the second floor. Maybe you could get that apartment on the third floor on the corner, be right next to the cathedral. Go to church every day. You go to church all day. Go to church, then go to Little Caesar's Pizza. Hey, Hail Mary, full of grace, right? Look at this. Yes. Amen. 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 Look at that. You got to like that. They don't have buildings like this in Ohio. No. This is the name of the cathedral. Cathedral Metropolitana in Leon. There you go, right there. So this is one day of one of my trips from this week. And this is only half the videos I have. Now, this is right on the plaza, right down the street from Kentucky Fried Chicken. But looky here. Mickey D's, McDonald's, there it is, right on the plaza, right next to Kentucky Fried Chicken. And those are right down from Dairy Queen. And I didn't see Little Caesars here, but this plaza was just huge. And Mexicans get out every day and enjoy their plazas. Now, I want to tell a story here. I want to tell a little story about my eating habits on the road. But first, let me go back to Mexico. Let me go back to messages here. Okay, hold on. Okay, Shirley. Did you record these videos with your spy glasses? The first, I had about 50 videos that I shared with you this morning. The first 25, the first 25 were all with spy glasses. The second 25 were all with the iPhone. So they were mixed and matched. I was in Las Vegas for a presentation around New Year's and stayed for that celebration. Vegas was expensive and noisy. Otherwise, the winter weather is perfect and the people are kind. I go to Vegas often. I've never been to Vegas. When did you change to this beautiful green screen? I like it. Grease spies. Yeah, I just started doing this. Susan, I just started doing this last week. I got a new setup at the crib. So anyway, now I started to talk about the Midas Touch, having 6 million subscribers. But I tell you what, at the end of each video, the Midas Touch asks you to donate to their channel. And they tell you that, hey, we're not CBS, we're not NBC, we're not supported by Trump billionaires. We're independent media. I am independent media. And I can only do this if you guys support me financially by giving donations. If you're watching the replay, of this video, there's a donate button Oh, somebody donated to the channel. Somebody went to the in the description below, there's a donate button, and you can click that. You click the button, you can use PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discovery Card. You can donate $1, $2. If you want to donate like $50 million, that would be really cool. And somebody just clicked the donate button. And oh, my girl, Alita Gardner, thank you so much for clicking the donate button in the description. And Alita supported the channel by sharing $25. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. So please click the like button. That helps the algorithm. Click the subscribe button if you like the content, and donate to help support the channel so that I can keep on doing this. Now, here we go. Got to get out and start cleaning up the snow. Have 5:25 p.m. movie. Adios, amigos, until Wednesday, right on Axel Foley. Enjoy yourself. Go catch a movie. I've stayed at the Grand Hotel and Casino in downtown Las Vegas. I really enjoyed the pawn shop across the street and bought some rare silver coins and Grand 10 Pokemon cards to sell at my eBay store. Right on. Buck stops here. See you, Axel Foley. Be careful in the snow. It's snowing here in Brooklyn, too. I'm snowed in right now. It's normal for Colorado's Pikes Peak region. Colorado Springs is most visited city in USA, and Pikes Peaks is the most visited mountain in the USA. It's beautiful here. I bet it is. Right on. Autumn Green. Hola, Autumn Green. Great to see you here. And I missed this donation. Keep speaking the truth. Thank you, girlfriends, for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for supporting the channel so I can travel, run my mouth, get nice equipment so that I can have beautiful backgrounds and stuff like that. So this week, I'm going to put up several videos this week. I'm going to put up a Kamala video. I showed you videos of the city of Kamala last week. That video is coming up this week. I'm going to put up a video about my dentist here this week. I'm going to put up my first Leon video this week. I'm going to put up my first Leon video this week. I'll put up a couple of shorts this week. And then I'll start preparing for my next week live show. I'm going live on Wednesday evening, something that I've never done, but it's going to be all U.S. politics and a catch up. I'll go for about an hour. I was happy to be on the road. And it was fun because the scenery, next week, I'll show you some mini shots from the bus. I tell you, in certain parts of Mexico, when you get on the bus and take the ride, it's awesome. Other parts, I'm trying to think here. Taking the bus from there are some bus rides that are totally boring. You may as well be in Indiana, Indiana is the most boring bus ride you can ever take. But there are other parts of Mexico that I have computer work that I'm trying to do, editing video, but sometimes the scenery is so fabulous on the bus. in Mexico, it's better than watching a movie. These mountains and lakes and the twists and turns, it's just beautiful. So I have shots of those that I will kick off next week with. I have more food shots next week involving Leon. I'm going to show. So I did go to the leather place. I'm going to show you some balloon festival next week and mix that with some more Leon shots. So next week, this week, I'm going to be publishing. Wow, January is almost over. We have 2 more full weeks of January. Then it's February. Then wintertime is almost over. Let's see who's showing up late here. La Chelina has arrived. La Chelina, good to see you, girl. Hi to you. Alan, are there any other balloon festivals in Mexico? I don't know. Oh, okay. I went to they had a balloon festival in Chapala, which is 45 minutes from Guadalajara, about 10 miles from Ajijic. So I went to the balloon festival. They wanted and this balloon festival was in a park that I would walk through every morning, 5 days a week. I'd walk down the lake through this park, beautiful walk. I knew all about I know where to get in, where to get out. They had a main gate. So I went to the main gate. And they wanted 200 pesos to come into the balloon festival. 200 pesos, that's like $10. Anybody in Mexico, anybody that wants 200 pesos, that's high. That's $10 is too much money for most things in Mexico. Okay. So I say, no, that's all right. That's all right. So instead of going in the main gate, because I knew the park, I walked around to this other way that I got in for free. I'm in there for free. They had 3 balloons in Chapala. Their hot air balloon festival, this is maybe 4 years ago, had 3 balloons. What kind of festival is that for $10? You get to see 3 balloons. No, the Leon International Balloon Festival has 600 balloons. It's fabulous. It is super fabulous. Now, my phone just went ding, ding, ding. Somebody else just contributed to the channel. Let's see who it is. They just contributed. Oh, look, my girl, Susan. Susan in Italy just contributed $20 to the channel. Thank you so much, Susan. That is greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. I got to tell you a story about Susan. We had one of those really long breakfasts. This is in El Centro. This is in El Centro here in Morelia. And somehow we ended up going to a mall. And we were in a mall. And when you go to I'm going to a place that is near a mall here in a couple of minutes. When I go to the grocery store, they're grooving. I mean, I'm in La Comer. I want to dance. Sammy will tell you, you go in La Comer, they're jamming. All their music is jamming. You want to shop. You want to spend money when you go to the grocery store. La Comer, hey, because they're grooving. So me and Susan, we were in a clothing shop in a mall somewhere, and they were playing some funky music. I found myself, I was in the clothing shop moving and grooving, and I looked around and Susan was right there, and she was moving and grooving. I said, damn, this girl, we was just in there moving and grooving. Mexicans you go to the mall, go to the grocery store, depending on what city you live in, and Mexicans be grooving, jamming, getting down, ready to ready for the fiesta, the party. Where's the party? Oh, man. Okay. So, well, let me check my notes here. Let me check my notes, but I think that I have hit. Oh, okay. I'm going to talk about eating habits just for a second. Hold on a second. Have you visited Uapan? I saw a video that they have a beautiful park that has lots of waterfalls. Yes. And hold on a second. Let me Uapan. And what she's asking is Uapan is the avocado capital of the world. Uapan Bill the Geek. Here we go. And let me move some things around on my screen here. Okay. Okay. Let me show you this video. Share screen. There you go. Share. So here is my video on Uapan. And if you go to YouTube and you just type in Uapan, Bill the Geek, that should pop right up. And here's the video.
Let's explore
right here.
Very affordable,
Right
some
there.
would say cheap.
And here I'm going to go through Uapan, and I think I'm going to go through that park that you're talking about. There you go.
Retire cheap living in Mexico.
Uapan. Yeah, right there. I don't leave any stones
Mexico,
unturned. I be getting out and making it happen. Sure, that's what I do. I'm Bill the Geek. Dancing in the mall and eating Chinese food. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, we had Chinese food. Yes, great. That was a good day. That was eating Chinese food. Yep. Oh man. Okay. I do want to talk about. Okay. So when I'm on the road, if I see a McDonald's, I'll get 3 cheeseburgers. So I went to McDonald's. I was really hungry. I got 3 cheeseburgers. 3 cheeseburgers. I mean cheeseburger. I'm not talking about a Big Mac. I'm not talking about a quarter pounder. I'm talking about the basic little nasty cheeseburger with some American bullshit cheese on it. I got 3 of those, and that was 150 pesos. That's $7.50. Well, and for me, I've been down here so long that when you spend 150 pesos for anything, $7.50, that's like a lot of money. Okay. Yeah. When Bill the Geek spends $7.50, that's a lot of money. If I take you out on a date and I spend $7.50 for you, well, hey. So now, here we go. Now, so I ate them. I ate them. I was hungry. The good thing about McDonald's food, I said it last week, you can take it back to your hotel, leave it in the hotel for a month, and it doesn't turn green. So then somewhere in one of these cities, they had a Carl's Jr., right? They had a Carl's Jr. I've never been to Carl's Jr. ever. Never, ever. But it was right across the street from my hotel in the next city that I went to. So I go into Carl's Jr. and I say, okay, I just want a cheeseburger, just a cheeseburger. I wanted the hamburger with cheese on it. Okay. So that was 100 pesos. That was $5. $5. And I took it back to the hotel. I didn't eat it right away. And it was terrible. $5, 100 pesos. Now, where I'm going now to the grocery store, if I spend 100 pesos on a Chinese food dish. They're going to give me so much nice, healthy, stir-fried vegetables and stir-fried this and that and chicken and beef and all kinds of other stuff. They're going to give me all of that stuff. It's going to cost me 90 pesos. And there's going to be so much food, I can't eat it all. And it'll last for 2 days. Carl's Jr. gave me a nasty little cheeseburger. I'm just going to say it. Fuck Carl's Jr. Fuck them. That was the nastiest cheeseburger I had in my life. They were that was more nasty than the McDonald's cheeseburger. Okay, now here's my point. So my last day, this is Wednesday, I stayed at a really nice hotel. It was still $50 a night. All my hotels this week were $50 a night. I had a nice hotel and I'm walking around and there was a place and they had all kinds of food, but I saw that they had cheeseburgers and a cheeseburger was 100 pesos. And I walk in, it was a big place. They had a lot of Mexican food, but they just happened to sell cheeseburgers. And there were people, oh shit, I just spilled my water. And there were lots of people in there eating. This is about 3:30 in the afternoon. Lots of Mexicans in there eating food, families. I said, okay. You know, you go into a place and you got a lot of people there eating food. It must be all right. So I went, and they had a place to sit right outside of the restaurant, like kind of on the plaza with little places with umbrellas. I asked the lady, hey, if I get a cheeseburger, can I eat out there? And she says, yeah, okay. So I go out there. I sit at my place with my little umbrella. Okay. Yeah. Got an umbrella, 4 chairs, wait on my cheeseburger. She comes out with my cheeseburger. This cheeseburger was huge. And it had melted cheese on the top with mushrooms. It looked like the cheeseburger had been sauteed in mushrooms. And it had lettuce and tomatoes and onion. I mean, the thing was huge. When I picked it up, it started to fall apart. And French fries, a big mound of French fries, hot, freshly cooked. And this was the same amount of money as Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. just gave me a little teeny tiny cheeseburger. It was about this big. Little cheeseburger about this big, nasty. Tastes like dog shit. That's what Carl's Jr. tastes like dog shit. So, but this burger was a Mexican cheeseburger. Here's the Carl's Jr. cheeseburger, and here's the Mexico cheeseburger. No, here's the Carl's Jr.'s cheeseburger. Here's the Mexico cheeseburger right here. And it was about this tall with a big mound of French fries about that tall. And I could only eat half of it. I could have taken it with me to go, but this hotel didn't have a microwave, and I was so full. I mean, I couldn't eat anything for like 2 days. That's a $5, 100 peso Mexican cheeseburger. So I bought American food from McDonald's. I regretted it. I bought American food at Carl's Jr. I regretted it. Both places I paid too much for nasty, shitty food. I learned a lesson again in Mexico. Don't go to McDonald's. I've been to McDonald's. That's the first one I've been into in like many years. Definitely do not go to Carl's Jr. No. Eat Mexican. You get a lot more food. It's better, more nutritious, and it's a lot cheaper. Okay, now here we go. Okay, I missed a lot of stuff here. Okay. Oh, here we go. Lenora Wilson. I love Mexico. Recently, 2 cats adopted me. I took the female cat to the vet here and had her spayed. Got all shots and dewormed, all for under $70 USD. In the USA, that would have been over $500. When you start paying $500 for a cat, it's time to get that mental test right on. Okay. Bill, also to go back to veterinarians here, I've seen many veterinarian services in Mexico where they come pick up your animal. They have a special van. They come pick up your animal, take them. Sometimes if you just want to get shots for your animal, they put them in the van, give them the shots, give them the shampoos, all that right in the van. Or take the dog away, the cat away, bring it back to your house. Very affordable, very affordable. Bill, Buck stops here. Bill, they had an interview on ESPN recently saying, Ahaya. 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 Yeah, that's how people talk. In Ohio, they don't say Ohio. They say Ahaya. Ahaya. That's because so many hillbillies in Ohio. Ohio got cheated out of the championship game because they have won too many times, saying refs were paid to throw the game. I have not heard that. I haven't heard that. I don't know. But going on that Buckeye talk kind of thing, Indianapolis kicked everybody's ass. Indianapolis surprised the shit out of me. They kicking Indianapolis is bad. Their quarterback is bad. I saw Indianapolis's quarterback in an interview. He's this tall, happy white boy. And before they played Ohio State, he was just so happy. I mean, he was just so happy, so nuts. I mean, he looks like a good guy. He's just a happy white boy. If you can see him in an interview, he's just a happy, talented white boy. And who they play? Miami for the college championship game. I think that's Monday night. Indianapolis is going to kick that ass. Because Indianapolis is the new ass-kicking team in college football. And as long as that happy white boy is playing, they're going to continue to win games. Oh, and their coach is serious. They got a serious coach. They got a coach that never, ever smiles, ever. You got the happy white boy quarterback, and then the grumpy coach that never smiles. Ohio State has, hey, whatever. Now, David, bien viaje, Bill. David, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. God bless you. Thanks for donating to the channel. And thank all of you out there for showing up today. And if you did so, thanks for clicking the like button. Are you watching the football game today? Seahawks and the 40-Winers. That's cold-blooded. Yeah, I think I will catch that game. For us, it starts at 7 p.m. Morelia time. And yes, I am going to watch that game. I think the Seahawks will win that game. Carl's Jr. cheeseburgers compared to an original hamburguesa con queso hecha in Mexico. Yes, Carl's Jr.'s is trash. That was the first time I ever ate at Carl's Jr., and I'll never, ever, ever eat there again. If I get hungry and I see some dog doo-doo on the sidewalk, I would prefer the dog doo-doo to Carl's Jr. cheeseburger. Carl's Jr. is a huge donor to the DOP. Yeah, They donate their shit, and Trump eats it up because that's the kind of guy he is. He eats the shit. Right on. Boy, I've had a good time today. I've had fun here today. So let's see. Let me check my list one more time here. Hold on a second. Hold on. I do have a couple of more notes. What is Monday Martin Luther King Day? Help me out there. Oh, now if it is, I do want to say something about Martin Luther King, and I want to say that. Well, I'll just check. That's why we have internet, right? There's no reason to be uninformed when you have internet. And I'm going to ask here, what day, come on, what day is Martin? Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, it's Monday. Monday is Martin Luther King Day. Okay, so this was on my notes. Monday is Martin Luther King Day. So I remember going to grad school at Ohio State. I was poor. I lived in a nasty little apartment on campus. It had roaches, small. And I had an old Buick Century. It was maroon, but all the paint had been burned off. I mean, it was an old car. I had an old shitty car. And it was summertime, and I was driving somewhere near campus in a poor part of Columbus. So it was hot. In this car, the air conditioner didn't work. And it was like 2:00 in the afternoon. And on the radio, Martin Luther King was giving a speech. Ah, man. And he was at the part of his speech where he was saying, and one day I'm going to see little black children and little white children holding hands and walking down the street together. So it's 2:00 in the afternoon. It's a hot day in Columbus, Ohio. I'm at a stoplight. And sure enough, as he said that, right in front of the car came, it was like 40 little second graders. And it was little black kids with little white kids holding hands, crossing the street right in front of my car. Ooh, wow, man. And that was in his I Have a Dream speech. And, you know, at that time, it wasn't happening when he lived, but it was happening right before my eyes. Martin Luther King, who was assassinated. Yeah, he was assassinated. Also this week, if you get a chance, there's a song by Neil Young. At the time, he was with Crosby, Stills, and Nash. That's when they were called Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. And the song is called "For Dead in Ohio." Ding da ding da ding ding dong, ding da ding da ding ding dong. And they go on. And there are many videos with that soundtrack on YouTube, but find one of the song tracks where they show pictures. This is about the 4 students that got shot dead at Kent State. And if you look at the pictures, it looks just like today. You've got the military with the machine guns, and you've got the college students, and you see a dead guy laying there with some college girl looking down like, what happened? And one of the phrases goes, ooh, wow. one of the lines in the song goes, what if you knew her and found her dead on the ground? This is Neil Young. What if you knew her and found her dead on the ground? How could you run if you know? I mean, and I'm thinking about the white lady that got shot in Minneapolis. What if you knew her and found her dead on the ground? And then and then they go on to say, Neil Young goes on again and again saying this song, 10 soldiers and Nixon coming, 10 soldiers and Nixon coming. So I invite you to go to YouTube, do a search for 4 Dead in Ohio. Find there are many of them. Some of them it's just the music, but in others of these videos, they have the pictures from what was happening in Kent State, and you see the tear gas and the military guys with automatic rifles, and you'll look at it and you'll think, that looks just like ICE. You got innocent people running around. Then you got the military with their machine guns, and you see the tear gas. It looks just like today. Okay, I think I have one more thing on my list here. I got one more thing to bring up. While Trump is trashing the United States economy, China just met with Canada, and Canada just cut a $1 trillion deal with China. Canada is whooping that butt. Canada is whooping that butt, hooking up with China. They're going to let Chinese manufactured vehicles into Canada, all this stuff. Yeah, Trump's putting tariffs on Canada and putting all the farmers in the United States out of business. Canada's cutting deals with China, and all the soybean business that United States was getting, all that business, beef, soybeans, all that stuff's going to get sold out of Canada right to China. Woo! Right on. Over the boards, elbows up, over the boards, gloves off. Go Canada. All right. Well, I'm at about. That is the very end of my list. That is the very end of my list of things to talk about. Thanks for bearing with. Thanks for. Here we go. Sammy Carl's Jr. is the best. You should have ordered the quinoa burger, and you would enjoy a great tasting burger. When you buy a meal, you get very tasty fries, well seasoned with fresh juice. That must be a vegetarian burger because Sammy's a vegetarian, actually a vegan. John Gray, I think the people bought into the Covington propaganda during the 20 to 23 era and just never got away from it. I think the people bought into the Covington propaganda during, okay, John Gray, thank you very much for that. Yes, MLK Jr. Day is Monday, January the 19th. I was born January 5th. Oh, wow, January 15th, 1929. Damn, Buck. My father was born in 1929. Let's see. Wow, man, you got some years on you, dude. You were born the year of the Great Depression. God bless you. And you still look like a spring chicken. Right on, buck stops here. People like you inspire me to just keep on living. Okay, now, well, Bill the Geek's getting ready to go to the grocery store, and I think Bill the Geek, has talked himself into getting some Chinese food, I think. So if you're, I want to thank everybody for showing up today. We have a lot more video clips to show over the next several weeks from these trips that I took this week. It was a fabulous week. A lot of videos coming out, a lot of full-length videos, shorts. This is a brand new year. I was showing old videos in December because I didn't go on the road, but 2026, it's a brand new year. We're kicking it off. We got a lot of new stuff coming up. We're going live this Wednesday. We're going to raise hell. Uh-oh. Oh. You were born in 72? What? You were born in 70? Yeah, whatever. I was born. Oh, wow, you young. Damn. What, you're a teenager. You were born in 72. You're a teenager, man. You're young, born in 72. That's crazy. Man, you young. Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for hanging with me through this Saturday morning gathering. I'm headed to La Comer. On the way out, if you haven't clicked the like button, click the like button. If you're watching the replay and you want to donate to the channel, click the donate button. It's down in the description below. And if you liked content, click the subscribe button. It's a brand new year. This is our first trip of the year. We got a lot of stuff coming out this year. We got this beautiful background we have in here. We will have many more backgrounds this year. And I'm just happy to be able to do what I do with you, because e pluribus unum, from many come one. So I'm getting ready to get out of here. I just want to say thank you very much. Love you all, and see you either this Wednesday or next Saturday. Have a great Saturday, and God bless the people of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and people being affected by ICE throughout the Nazi regime of Donald Trump.